everybody, I'm Justin with VMP Performance. I'm here with
Andrew from Mustang Lifestyle.
And today we have got Ashley's Wipple Supercharged 2016 GT behind us. So it got pushed in here.
It got pushed in here, yeah. That's why I'm already sweaty. It's like 9 a.m.
And your fuel pump took a crap.
It doesn't work, yeah.
So it is a perfect time to upgrade to a VMP plug-and-play fuel system because you want to make a lot more power than the car's making now.
A lot more, yeah.
The car makes around 700 rear wheel horsepower. You've been running it on 93?
93.
Yeah. Not like that 91 non-fat chocolate milk type stuff, but actual pretty good Florida 93 octane. So it's been doing all right.
It's been good. Car has 60,000 miles, so
You've gotten a good run from the stock fuel
Yeah.
system that has just been like, honestly, kind of stretched beyond belief because it is making about 730 to the wheels.
Yep.
And now that your car makes more than Ashley's,
Well, that's the kicker. Is she said my car makes more, but she doesn't know about the built motor and all that stuff.
okay.
And then she's gonna want a built motor, and this will support it. But the GT500 is gonna be faster all around.
So that's really the crutch of it with these 5-liter Coyotes. They've got a single fuel pump. They've got this built-in regulator garbage, honestly. And these pumps are really good for naturally aspirated and low boost from the factory. A fuel pump booster helps extend that just a little bit. We're gonna do a quick installation overview on this 2016 GT, show you some tips and tricks on installing the VMP fuel system, some things that are specific to the Wipple kit, like this little adapter to hook up to the Wipple fuel rails. And then it's gonna be poised to make some power.
Yeah, 1140, right? That's what we can make on stock motors.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Andrew. No, I think it would be very good with about 800 to 850 rear wheel horsepower on the 85.
It has the oil pump gears, so we're
Yeah.
a little safer, you know.
I mean, we know the blower can do it. Jesse's gonna get started on installing Ashley's fuel system, and then we will come back around and show you what it looks like when it's all done.
So Wipple fuel rails have a feed on the front and the rear of their fuel rails. So we're removing the front crossover and putting our adapters in. That way we can mount our regulator right on the rail, just like we do with our kits. You still have the rear crossover, so no real loss. We're turning the PSI up anyway, and should be good to go to just plug and play with our kit. Because he's upgrading his injectors, you have to pull the fuel rails off. If you don't upgrade your injectors, you don't have to pull the fuel rails. On the Wipple kits, you can get the driver's side fuel rail off without pulling the blower, but you have to pull the blower for the passenger side. On the VMP kits, it's the opposite. You can get the passenger side off, but you have to pull the blower to get the driver's side off. So this isn't anything unusual. It's just you upgrade injectors, the head unit has to come off. It is what it is. Okay, on the driver's side of the rail, you can see where we almost had a fuel leak. O-ring's torn. But we're going to be replacing it with this fitting right here. 90-degree fitting, new O-ring. This is going to allow us to attach our fuel pressure regulator right here with a 90. We're going to sit it right here and run the lines. So, one cap on the passenger side, one 90-degree fitting on the driver's side, and then we're ready to hook up our fuel system. Okay, so now we got our regulator all set up. That 90-degree we added to the fuel rail, we're gonna set it up right here, get it in position, hook up our factory fuel line as a return, and then start running our lines. Alright, so if you've watched our instructional video, you know we're going to run our lines down through here after we remove the fender liner. T50 torque socket. That's what these 6 bolts are. That's what removes this liner. That's what lets you put it behind an actual bulkhead. That way your fuel lines aren't just hanging out in the breeze. So we're gonna route this over the booster into the hole in the bulkhead where the brake lines go. Tighten it up here. We're gonna have to wrap the line here with something. The vibrations from the fuel pump itself will actually vibrate your brake booster and you'll feel it in the pedal if you don't. So we're gonna find something to just wrap the line from here to here. It'll take care of that. We go through the bulkhead, behind that removable bulkhead, through the subframe, and up under the the splash guards. You'll see all that when we get it in the air. Pretty simple process. Just got to make sure you get it in the right areas first. You can't bend this line. It's PTFE line, so if you bend it and crimp it, you create not only a restriction but a soft spot in the line itself, which could be horsepower on the table or it could be a fuel leak later down the road. We're gonna pull the sender and then we're gonna modify the wiring. I don't even say modify. We're gonna cut and splice the only 2 wires that need to be cut and spliced right here with the factory sending unit, and then we're gonna drop it in the car, and that's it. And with these, this is literally just a circuit to measure resistance, so continuity does not matter at all. So you connect whichever wires make you happy. Give them a little tuggy. Ready to drop in. Make sure you hook the crossover back up. So, fuel filter, we assembled it on the bench over there. A check valve that keeps pressure ahead of the filter and the rails. You got fuel flow here, fuel flow here. Make sure you put it in the right way because it's a check valve. You put it up here, stretch your lines. You'll notice our pre-made lines fit with just a tiny little bit of slack that you take up. And then we'll bolt everything down. We got a clamp here to attach the filter to our fuel line. And then we have P-clamps that we can attach to the body to keep the line where we want it to stay. We are going to set this base pressure here. We got the pumps jumpered so that they're running. We're going to set the base pressure to 50 psi as requested by
Rob the tune
Rob.
maker.
So we're at 50 psi. We're going to lock this down.
Yep, 50 psi is what he requested.
Alright, so you can see we're right on the money at 50. I'm gonna let it run for a second to purge air, make sure we stay at 50. I'll shut it off now and run our map reference to the regulator and then fire it up, and Andrew's gonna do a burnout for us. Maybe.
Andrew, you've been cheating on me?
Well, I mean, Ashley wants to be faster than the GT 500, so...
Alright, so it's Ashley's car, so there's got to be some diversity in the family, so I won't give you a hard time about the Wipple Supercharger.
A little competition, you know.
Yeah, competition is a good thing. So what do you think of the fuel
motor?
So what do you think of the fuel system?
Fuel system's nice. I think I could install it. I think really anyone could install it. Jesse obviously installed it a little bit faster.
It looks like super clean under the hood. I'm really happy with how it came out. We decided to boost reference this one because that's how your tuner wants it set up.
Correct.
And it's fired up, so you know your fuel pump was bad.
It was definitely bad. Well, it turned on the bench, but it might not have been as strong, or it might have been intermittent.
Gotcha.
Taken out of the tank, might have banged it around and made it start working again.
Gotcha.
So we fired it up and that's it.
And I heard you're gonna do a burnout on the way out.
I mean, it's a bass tune, you know.
It's a bass tune, yeah.
I'm not really into, you know.
All right. Well, let's get this thing on the dyno, get it dialed in. Andrew will show you that on a future video.
Yep.
If you want to see how to install the VMP fuel system in a more in-depth tutorial, then check out the link below. For now, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share our videos. And we'll see you next time when Andrew's doing donuts.
And this car will be a different color.
Oh, it's getting a color change.
Yeah.
So what a world we live in. We can just change the color of our
Just
car
change the color.
at will.
It can be whatever color it wants to be.
Whatever color it wants to be. Perfect.